worst day in public ministry I've ever had.
A shooting takes the life of a father and parishioner.
This was an assassination.
The crime happening in broad daylight.
It's wicked.
In front of his wife and child. We have new video of the suspected shooter police are still looking for.
Hey, you okay?
An officer is shot 7 times. New video shows the seconds before it happened as police try to answer one big question. Why?
I can't speculate other than believing that that person is evil.
We walk you through what happened on the Lummi Reservation.
We got lucky.
A Seattle police officer runs a red light and smashes into an Uber with a family inside.
It happened in less than a second, a fraction of a second.
Where the department says the officer was speeding off to in the seconds before the crash. And a gun used by thousands of officers banned by Washington's police academy. Now the gunmaker is pushing back in court. Tonight, the King 5 investigators are there as a judge issues the first ruling in the case. Seattle police are still looking for the shooter who killed a young father outside his church last night. New security video provided by Pursuit Northwest shows a masked gunman walking outside of a vehicle. This is King 5 News at 11. I'm Greg Copeland. King 5's Jim Nelson talked to the church's lead pastor who says the victim was trying to turn their life around.
The security footage appears to show how cold-blooded and intentional this shooting was.
I mean, it's an unbelievable tragedy for our community to see one of our Pursuit Church members gunned down in this brazen, broad daylight assassination.
Police believe it was a targeted attack on a man identified by church leaders as LeBron Jivan.
It's gut-wrenching, it's horrendous, it's evil, it's wicked.
Russell Johnson is the founder of Pursuit Northwest, which Jivan recently joined. He was at the weekly barbecue with his wife and child at the church's U District campus Thursday night when a white Hyundai Elantra pulled up. Someone got out and started shooting. Police found the empty, burned-out car more than 2 miles away. Johnson doesn't know if this was religiously motivated, but he says it's hard to ignore the bold nature of the shooting. Obviously, the time of day and, of course, the location.
This was an assassination at a church in broad daylight in front of other church members who are there for the purpose of community and a worship service. I do believe that they were trying to send a message to the church at large and to religious folks in particular, like, we kind of own this city.
Johnson couldn't speak to Jivan's past or if it played a role in the shooting, but he said he was focused on a new chapter of life.
He got born again. His life was changing. He decided to get married. He changed the music he was making, wanted to sing songs that highlighted his testimony.
Now, Johnson says the entire congregation is hurting.
It's the worst day in public ministry I've ever had.
In Seattle, Jim Nelson, King 5 News.
The church is offering a $50,000 reward for any information that leads to the arrest of that shooter. The man accused of shooting another man in a wheelchair at Seattle's waterfront is in jail tonight. This happened near Pier 55 yesterday, right near several restaurants and tourist attractions. Police arrested the 32-year-old shortly after the shooting. The suspect is being held on first-degree assault charges, but has not been officially charged yet. The victim is still in the hospital. Bellevue police want you to be on the lookout for a homicide suspect. Police say 28-year-old Samuel Hitchcock is connected to an incident from Wednesday. Now, they didn't say exactly what that incident was, only that a body was found next to a building on Southeast Eastgate Way. Police say Hitchcock is unhoused, may not be in Bellevue, but if you see him, call 911.
Hey, you okay?
These are the moments before a Lummi Nation police officer was shot in the line of duty this week. New video shows how the officer was nearly killed when he went to check on a driver involved in a crash. And a warning here, the video you're about to see might be disturbing for some. We have made some edits out of respect for the officer's family. North Bureau Chief Eric Wilkinson reports from the Whatcom County Jail.
From the beginning, investigators have said this was an unprovoked attack on an officer who was simply trying to help someone. And the video you're about to see appears to prove that.
Hey, you okay?
Just before 1 a.m. Monday, the Lummi Nation officer approaches a pickup truck upside down in a ditch.
Hello?
As the driver crawls from the wreckage, the officer offers to help him out.
Hey, come here.
The driver sees the officer and immediately opens fire.
Hey.
The entire incident lasted 20 seconds.
Hey,
The
you
suspect
okay?
fired 10 rounds, 7 of them hitting the officer. The 37-year-old wounded in both legs and stomach. One bullet lodged in his protective vest, another grazing the back of his head. He required
come
2
here.
surgeries and was placed in a medically induced coma. The officer's been with the Lummi Nation less than a year and is a husband and father. At a news conference earlier this week, Whatcom County Sheriff Donnell Tanksley addressed the question of motive.
So the question is why it was such a violent outburst of the officer. I can't speculate other than believing that that person is evil.
The suspect is 23-year-old Jesus Abraham Penuelas Agramon. He's a fugitive from the state of Colorado with a felony drug record. During the course of the shooting investigation, he was also charged with delivery of fentanyl and money laundering. Sheriff Tanksley says the shooting is a warning call to our society.
It's an alert to everyone in the community that these things can happen. So I suggest each and every person to support not only your law enforcement officers, but all first responders.
Meantime, the suspect remains held here without bail, charged with attempted first-degree murder. The officer, at last report, was still stable. In Bellingham, Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.
It happened in less than a second, a fraction of a second.
Seattle police are looking into a crash involving one of their officers and an Uber. You'll watch it right here. An officer run a red light and collide with the Uber as it enters the intersection. This happened just after 1:30 this morning in downtown Seattle. The officer and 2 of the people in the Uber had to be taken to the hospital.
We got lucky again that the Uber driver was able to slam on the brakes and the cop hit the front wheel on the passenger side.
And police say the officer was responding to a domestic disturbance call at the time. The officer's lights and sirens were activated, and the incident now is under investigation. Well, right now, at least one semi is being towed off the shoulder of I-5 in Fife. This is a live look as crews work in the southbound lanes. They've been there since the crash during the morning commute. The State Patrol says one of the trucks was trying to change lanes when it hit the other semi, and that led to a crash involving a third semi and 2 other cars. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Pierce County deputies need your help identifying a driver who crashed a car right through the front of a restaurant, only he wasn't driving the car, he was actually trying to tow it. This is a look at the car. This is what happened. The night before, he parks at the AutoZone right next to the restaurant, says he's going to pick it up the next morning, tows it away, and then tries to secure it. Something goes wrong, and you can see it rolls right down the hill, no matter he's trying to stop it, right into the restaurant, right through the front of the UP Pho and Teriyaki. He tries again, same thing happens. He tries a third time, never actually gets it on the tow dolly, just tows it around the parking lot here, slams it once, slams it twice, and then slams it a third time there. The passenger and driver finally give up. Police would like to talk to the man in the video. Please give them a call if you know who he is. And Everett Marina Fuel Dock is closed after a boat caught fire this morning. Police say 4 people and a dog were on board at the time. They all got off okay. 2 were checked for smoke inhalation, but nobody was badly hurt. There is significant damage to the dock, but police say there's no apparent fuel leak or spill in the water. No word yet on what caused that fire. New images show an ominous sky over the Bear Gulch fire in Olympic National Forest as firefighters try to gain back some ground there. It's only 3% contained tonight. At one point, they had it up to 19% contained. It's burned about 4,000 acres. Fire officials say moss is proving to be a big problem. It is spreading the flames through the trees. The Forest Service is now asking for the public's help finding the person who started this. Investigators want anyone in Lake Cushman area on Sunday, July 16th to share any relevant information they might have. It's bringing up concerns over air quality ahead of Seafair weekend. This is some new video of the Blue Angels' first performance today. Let's get to meteorologist Leah Pizzetti with the latest on the conditions over the next couple of days.
Yeah, Greg, you know what? It's going to be a really mild Seafair weekend. Temperatures will stay comfortable. We'll watch some clouds come and go, and we are going to also keep an eye on the haze from those fires that you just mentioned. So temperatures will stay in the 70s through the remainder of Seafair weekend and into early next week. That's going to be the story into next week as well. As of right now, most of the smoke is consolidated over where the fire is burning on the peninsula, but into our overnight hours, we'll see that start to change. So by tomorrow morning, the light haze will return to the sound, and actually by tomorrow evening, I am keeping an eye on some heavier smoke that's going to move around the Seattle and Tacoma areas. So we'll keep an eye on that, plus the clouds that will come and go. I'll show you the best shot at sun for the weekend straight ahead.
Olympic gold medalist Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested at SeaTac Airport accused of assaulting her boyfriend. This happened on Sunday. A police report shows the Olympic sprinter and her boyfriend, fellow Olympian Christian Coleman, got into a heated argument while leaving security. The report says Richardson pushed him multiple times, once into a column. Police arrested her for domestic violence assault, booked her into jail. She was released the next day. Coleman declined to press charges. Well, State Police Academy's ban of a common police handgun faced a court challenge today. Gunmaker Sig Sauer filed suit against the Washington Criminal Justice Training Commission. As King 5 investigator Chris Ingalls reports, in court today, Sig Sauer's lawyers asked a judge to reverse the ban.
Sig Sauer's lawyers argued here in Thurston County Court today on behalf of the company's own reputation and in support of local police agencies like Anacortes.
This particular firearm is the SIG P320.
Straight from the factory and still in the bag. Some of these Sig Sauer model P320 handguns are so new, Anacortes Police Chief Dave Floyd hasn't distributed them to officers yet. But the days are numbered for this gun and the other 30 or so issued to his officers.
We're replacing all of our issued firearms for the duty pistol with a different handgun altogether at the cost of about $1,000 per duty gun.
The city's investment in Sig Sauer's is a total loss. The Washington Criminal Justice Training Commission banned P320s last year after a recruit and instructor said one fired on the range, even though the trigger wasn't pulled.
Sir?
Similar reported incidents around the country resulted in injuries, and the Air Force is investigating the death of an airman killed 2 weeks ago in an incident involving the military version of the gun. The Anacortes police chief isn't convinced of the danger.
I've seen nothing personally that causes me concern, and if it were not for the ban from CJCC, we would not be switching to a different issued firearm.
But the ban at the training center, where police recruits are trained and certified, has forced his hand.
So what's the total cost?
For us, it's going to be about $35,000.
This is a motion for stay of agency action.
Sig Sauer filed suit in Thurston County, saying the Academy's ban hurts its business and reputation across the country. In this hearing, they asked a judge to order a stay, reversing the Training Commission ban until the full case can be heard.
As the manufacturer, this whole decision is about Sig Sauer, its product, its ability to supply law enforcement, the impacts it has on law enforcement. They can't train, they can't certify.
Sig Sauer's petition goes so far as to request an order barring the Academy's executive director from making disparaging public comments about the P320. Sig Sauer says the gun won't shoot without a trigger pull and blames operator error.
They're not likely to prevail because they cannot show that they have standing.
The state attorney general's office defended the ban and said Sig Sauer's business and reputation problems can't be pinned on the training academy alone.
There's a great deal of information out there regarding this firearm because of the numerous documented incidences of uncommanded discharges that this firearm has experienced.
In a ruling from the bench, Judge Carol Murphy said the gunmaker's petition to reverse the ban missed the target, at least for today.
The court is denying the motion for stay.
The judge was careful to point out that her decision is based on very limited information, not all the merits in the case, and the case is proceeding. But for now, the State Training Commission's ban of the P320 at its facilities remains in effect. In Olympia, Chris Ingalls, King 5 News.
And you can revisit Chris's past reporting in his series Shooting from the Hip. It's streaming right now on King 5 Plus. You can find it right on the home screen. Download the King 5 Plus app on your TV and you can watch for free. Democratic Congresswoman Emily Randall is sharing her concern about the Northwest Ice Processing Facility in Tacoma. There are 1,562 people detained there, only 13 detainees under capacity. Randall toured the facility again today. She says detainees complained about inconsistent and late meal times and access to medical care. She says detainees are only given 4 pairs of underwear per week.
I asked a few of the staff members touring if they change their underwear every day, because I think, you know, it's easy to dehumanize someone here, and that feels like what's happening.
Randall estimates medical staffing is at about 75% of what it should be. She says that's not due to losing staff, but more detainees being brought in.
Hear shots fired and loud music that extends into Kirkland.
The council members talking about partying at two popular Seattle parks. Coming up, the obstacles going up at Gasworks and Magnuson Parks to try to keep people out.
I just kind of like fell in love with the place.
Seeds of change are growing at a Thurston County garden. You're going to meet the group of teens serving time for minor crimes in a way that's helping others.
We made it to the weekend. Clouds are going to build to start your Saturday, but we'll get some clearing into the afternoon. That changes on Sunday, though. I'll have details in your First Alert forecast.